Hey everybody, and welcome to the very first Let's Play of Kentucky Route Zero and my channel as a whole. I decided to do this game because it seems really interesting, and I've been kind of on an adventure game kick lately with The Walking Dead, and I guess that's basically it. But I did grow up playing these type of games. I recently also started playing Another World, and as we'll see here in a minute, this game has a visual style that's very, very similar to that. So instead of continuing my game, because I basically had just started it, I'm going to restart the entire act and we'll get to see it from the very beginning. These title cards are really cool. I'm not sure if it's just the type font or what, but I like it a lot. So obviously the visual style, very reminiscent of Another World. If you haven't checked that game out, I highly recommend you do. There's actually a pretty badass version on the Android store, which is where I got mine from. And it's kind of hard to decide in this type of game if I should be saying all the words out loud, because this game is entirely text-based. There's no voiceover, I don't think, whatsoever. So I think I am actually going to try and read it all, and I apologize if my voice is not quite up to the task. An old hound in a straw hat. Both have seen better days. That's kind of mean. A moving truck rumbles softly to itself. Painted on its side are the words Lysette's Antiques, Furniture, Glassware, Curiosities. Let's go see what's over here. An interstate highway, 65, running from Alabama up to just shy of Chicago. It ought to be quitting time in this part of Kentucky, but the daylight just won't shake. The sun just won't go away. The writing in this game is actually very, very good. Some of the dialogue I've noticed, I've watched some videos of this, I haven't played quite a lot of it yet, but some of the dialogue is a little bit shaky, but on the whole it is a very well written game. So we're going to talk to this attendant here. Let's look at him first. Joseph sits between gas pumps in a Queen Anne armchair. His hair is gray and his glasses darkened. So here comes the true test of whether or not I can read all of this dialogue without messing up. Damn, did you hear that wreck? Truck full of bottles. I don't know, beer bottles? Whiskey? Lost a tire or something and spilled booze and glass all over the interstate. What a mess. I hope they don't come down here looking for anything. We blew a damn fuse and it's all shut off. Did I hear a dog? What's your dog's name? So this is the part of the game that's actually really cool, is I can pick my dog's name and actually kind of change his or her sex on the fly, I guess, or at least at this point in the game. So whatever that dog had been born as no longer applies. I get to make the rules. But it's sort of similar to The Walking Dead in the sense that these choices that you're making will affect your playthrough of the game, but I assume that this is the type of game that has a set story and a set beginning and ending and middle chapters and all that stuff, but you're able to customize your story as you go along. And I think that that aspect of player choice, or that way of doing player choice, is much more appealing to me than, say, a game like, well, I don't want to name any names, but a game where you get to make a choice at the end of the game that doesn't really seem relevant at all in terms of how the story played out. So I'm going to go ahead and name my dog Blue. Blue sounds like a sweet old hound. I used to know a dog like that. Hey, here's some jerky for Blue. I made it myself. Didn't turn out too well, but I bet a dog will eat it. That's a little presumptuous. Getting late, right? I can feel the sun on my neck. I bet it's just a few feet off the horizon. And Conway says, I've got a delivery to make on Dogwood, but I'd rather watch the sunset. Yeah, it's the truth. You have got to stop and breathe in that road. I bet while you're out driving you let your eyes wander up the tree line and you just, well, I bet you're more of a poet than old Joseph. And we'll ask him if he likes poetry. Oh, I just like to listen to the TV. I used to do a lot of poetry on the computer, but I don't have the ear for it lately. Computer seems like an odd place to do poetry, but I won't judge. Listen, you and Blue would have been driving up and down 65 all night. Dogwood Drive is on the other side of... well, to get there you've got to take the 0. And I kind of like, from what I've noticed so far, that they always capitalize the 0 and refer to it as some kind of like mystical, magical place, which I think plays into the whole plot of the story. The 0 is a tough route to find, but you can use my computer to look up directions. You'll have to head down into the basement and reset the circuit breaker first. I'll be happy to have those winding lights back up anyway. It's too damn quiet out here. The basement door is back there in the office. Appreciate your help, friend. Oh, and here, take this lamp. It gets dark. Sounds a little foreboding. I've been kind of on a tear in complimenting this game so far, but I really appreciate the kind of the pan or the zoom backwards, zoom outs. They look really nice and give a nice stylistic kind of twist to the game. So we're going to go ahead and go to the basement. And down here is where my lamp is. Well, not anymore. That also looks very, very cool. So we turn our lamp off or on. Don't know why we turned it off. And we're going to talk to the basement people, which is a pretty good name. Emily, Ben, and Bob sit in folding chairs behind a worn card table. Papers, oddly shaped dice, and highway maps cover the tabletop. So down here we got some D&D going on. A gas station, perfect place to do that. Conway clears his throat. What should we ask? You know, we'll apologize. Emily to Bob. Did you hear something? Bob to Emily. No, sorry. I was looking at the rules again. Ben to Bob. It gets easier as you go. Look, you said you rolled a 5, right? That means you get to pick up your marker and move it anywhere on the map. To Ben. So it's your turn now, right? Ben to Bob. Oh yeah, I guess so. Where'd you put that 20-sided die? Emily. I don't see it. Did you drop it? Bob. It should be easy enough to find. It glows in the dark. So I think that was probably a hint to us, or I don't think, I actually know, because I've watched video up to this point. But I'm going to pretend that I don't know. I'm going to look at the sign. A dusty, rusty sign is bolted onto the wall. Sign. These are the rules. 1. No open flames near the gasoline. 2. No consumption of beer or spirits on the premises. 3. In case of sudden darkness, do not panic. Relax. Count backwards from 5. 4. Strictly limit time spent in the basement to fewer than 3 minutes of every hour. Also worth noting about this game is that the sound design is pretty good. I like the echoey sort of reverb you get on your footsteps there. That's a nice touch. So since the die glows in the dark, I think we're going to turn our lamp off here. Oh, and it's right in front of us. Conway picks up the glowing 20-sided die and inspects it. The number 5 is facing up. It's just a small piece of plastic, but it has a reassuring, almost comforting weight. He places the object in his jacket pocket. Jacket pocket is kind of an odd phrase to say, as I'm live vlogging my thoughts on the pronunciation of words in Kentucky Route 0. Well, it looks like our friends are gone. That's a little spooky. Let's look at the table. Folding chairs are arranged around a worn card table. The chairs are empty, and the surface of the table is bare. What should we do here? Should we place the 20-sided die on the table, or should we keep it and walk away? I think we should put it on the table. It seems like a nice thing to do. So let's go ahead and go to the breaker and flip this bitch on. And everything looks like it's working pretty well. All lights back on. Everything's going good. Let's go back upstairs. Again, maybe overstating this, but those transitions look very, very good. And you can see the lighting here is really picked up. It looks really nice. I really appreciate the way this game handles dynamic lighting. It looks really good with these type of another world visuals. Something that that game didn't have and couldn't possibly have, I don't think, back in those days. Let's talk to old Joseph here. Let's see what he has to say. Just there it is. Just listen to those lights whine. Yep. And Conway, who is, I haven't stated this yet, but I'm sure you figured it out, is our protagonist, our player character. Should we ask for directions? Let's talk about the people in the basement, because that was a little bit weird. In the basement? No, I don't think so. Maybe that lamplight was playing tricks on you, huh? I don't think so, Conway. Well, strange things happen underground, especially in the dark. That sounds foreboding. So, computers in the office, you're looking for Marquez. She knows her way around these roads. She'll get you to the 0. Password is, damn. I usually just feel it out. Muscle memory, you know? Oh, I know. It's kinda long, kinda like a short poem, I think. One of those short poems that really sums it all up. You'll figure it out. Again, that's one of those moments where the dialogue feels a little shaky, but at the same time I feel like it works in service of the tone of this game and the way the story is kind of unfolding so far, and that everything feels very, very mysterious, and nothing is clear whatsoever. Conway taps a key, waking the computer from its reverie. Reverie, that's a good word. Computer user. Conway typing. Let's say Joseph. Password. So this is one of those moments where we get to choose our own adventure here, but I don't think that any of this really matters. I think that this is sort of, the game will maybe keep track of this somehow, maybe this will come up later, I highly doubt it, but I think anything we choose will be right. So we're going to pick the stars drop away. Nobody saw the accident. The moon throbs, it's late. Say, the moon throbs. Typing. You just breathe the road. The lights whine. It will only get later. Password accepted. So I know that now, because I've seen other people play this game and they pick something completely different than that. Joseph shouting, how's it going in there? Figuring it all out? Sure you are. Messages, address book, games, exits. Let's go to... Let's check messages. Message 1 is from Donald at hotmk.mail. Message 2 is from accounts at consolidated.mail. Let's read message 1. From Donald at hotmk.mail. Subject, fragments dim of lovely forms. Message, Joseph, I know it's been a while, and I know you're still sore, but there's a whole world in here, and we need your help to unmask it. Yes, the caves are cold and damp, and we are old and lame. Never mind. I can't remember why I even started writing this. I miss those days in the lab, with you and our dear Lula. Maybe you found your own Xanadu. Well, so have I. End of message. So that was pretty weird. I've been through this. Let's go to message 2. From accounts at consolidated.mail. Account standing, urgent. Dear Equus Oils, this is an urgent automated message that your account is overdue by more than 14 days. In response, we have switched you to our low reliability Dirty Power Plus plan. Yeah, I know how that is. Consider making a payment immediately to obviate the need for us to switch you to Sustained Brownout Select. I'm starting to feel really uncomfortable with these word selections. Sincerely, your friends at Consolidated Power Co. End of message. Message 1 is from Donald at yep. Let's exit the messages. Typing messages and just book games. I don't mean to take this completely serious and very, very interesting story and turn it into something dirty or anything, so I apologize. Sometimes I just can't help it. Games. Games is not well, that's just simply not true. What is video games? Address book. The 0, you can type Dogwood Drive, I think we're looking for Marquez. Marquez residence at 100 Macondo Lane. Head northeast on 65 and turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. Look for the barn at the base of the mountain there. You can't miss it. Well, I suppose you wouldn't be able to miss a tree that's just constantly on fire. Joseph's shouting. Got it? Out there on Macondo somewhere, right? Yeah, that's it. Hey, look. While you were down there, I loaded that old TV of mine into your truck. I borrowed that thing from Weaver and Marquez a number of years ago. And now that the power is all weird over here, I can't pick up anything but static and public access anyway. We still got public access. That could be interesting. She was always more of a reader, but maybe she'd want it back at home. It's a nice TV. Well then, Joseph, you probably shouldn't have told us that, 'cause we're just gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal your TV. I'm tempted to see if I can access those other files. I don't want to spend too much time here, but I kind of want to soak up everything about this game that I can, since this Let's Play is how I'm going to experience it. Let's see what they have to say about the 0. Address the 0 is not real. Wow, that's... damn. What about Dogwood Drive? Well, address Dogwood Drive also doesn't exist, which is leaving us without a whole lot of answers here. But I think that's okay. We're going to exit the address book. Goodbye, computer. So we'll talk to Blue, and then we'll go and we'll hit the road. See what we can find out in this weird, wonderful world of Kentucky Route 0. Oh, no, that's... okay. Conway scratches behind Blue's right ear. Conway, how's it going, Blue? Ah, take it easy. Whoops. Let's talk to the dog. Still scratching. What do you think of this place? How about a treat and take it easy, Blue? Let's ask Blue what to think. It's odd. I never noticed it driving by. How about a treat? Yep. He's a bit odd, isn't he? Nah, he's alright. Alright, Blue. Good conversation. Let's go. Good talk. So I think we're going to... oh, here I can... I forgot I can actually move. We're going to find that tree. We're going to go talk to the person we're supposed to talk to. I think it's right here. And then I think we'll call it for this video. Yeah, Marquez Farmhouse. Act 1, Scene 2. Moving. That's pretty cool. That foreground stuff looks very cool. So let's check on old Blue. Yeah, both have seen better days for sure. Let's talk to her. Conway rubs Blue's belly. Pretty dark out here, huh? Keep an eye on the truck, alright? I don't think Blue's gonna be very much in the way of car defense there, bud. But that's okay. That was a little bit weird and kind of spooky. Well, I wasn't really expecting that. Alright, let's look at this lamp. I didn't like that one bit, actually. The street lamp lights the base of a dusty path leading up to the hill. Alright, let's see if we can head up there. The zooming effect, man, this looks really nice. Oh, that's very cool. Let's take a gander at the graveyard. A family graveyard is set off to the side of the house. Headstones are inscribed with the surnames of the unfortunate Nowakowski, Padilla, and Marquez. Let's keep it moving. Step inside the house here. Oh, I didn't even notice we had the TV under our arm. A light switch. Weaver, I was just thinking what a lovely house we have. Do you like it? Have you been here before? Did you happen to see an owl? I didn't see any owl. I know, I saw it out the window once. Big, ugly thing. All sound and fury. Well, it's gone now. There used to be another house here, but we had it destroyed, and we built this one. It was very expensive, and we got quite underwater. What do you do for work? Is it too difficult, or do you like it very much? I was once a mathematician. Are you looking for something in particular here? I kind of like this one. It's better than being in a ditch. Yes, just about anything is better than being in a hole in the ground. That's why I stay here. True that. I have some notebooks. I'm only a little bored. I might prefer to watch TV occasionally. Joseph says you're too smart to watch TV. That was a nice thing to say, but he was wrong. I'm not as smart as I used to be. Well, actually, I suppose I am as smart as I used to be, but never any smarter. I don't learn anything new anymore. I write some figures, but nothing radical. That's a nice wordplay. I'll bet he sent that old TV along with you, didn't he? Of course he did. That was clever of him. Will you please set it up? Then I can explain to you how to get where you're going. The zero. I know. Are we dealing with a psychic? Or maybe a ghost? Oh shit. I may possibly be tripping balls right now, and for that I apologize. Weird, that's not how it's supposed to look. You've made a mistake setting it up? Is it a foreign object to you? Which of your parents was it who wouldn't allow you to watch television? God damn. Ma thought she heard ghosts in the static, and Dad thought it was radioactive. And I know how to set up a TV, god damn it. But I kinda like this. I know about that. He was ill, wasn't he? Mentally, I mean. Kind of cautious, timid. I'm gonna say cautious, yeah. That's a way to put it. You have it all backwards. I'm not surprised. Are you? Have you been paying attention? I don't think you have. It's time to start paying attention now, Conway. Look closely at the television. I don't know what I'm looking at. Whatever it is I'm looking at, it looks very, very nice. I wonder if I'm supposed to... Oh, yeah. Sorry. Weaver, hey, wake up. You spaced out for a minute there. I'm gonna ask her what she keeps out in that barn. Used to be tools and feed, then books. Now I think it's mostly spiders. Gross. The TV is picking up the wrong signal. My cousin Shannon would know more about it. She fixes TVs for a living. Well, she used to. I think the new models are giving her some trouble. Your cousin? That's my father's brother's daughter, Shannon. We're about the same age. Well, we used to be. She's older now. She is a ghost. She has a workshop up north a ways, by the lake. Right where Peonia and Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop, and she fixes TVs in the back. Do you like fishing? Honestly, I'm not convinced you should bother with a zero. I'd much rather you find my cousin and fix my TV. But I'll get you headed the right way. So it's pretty easy. Get back on 65 heading north, and take the first right after the artificial limb factory. From there, your arrival at the zero is basically inevitable. I'm finding it very difficult to say some of this stuff without laughing. Not because it's silly, but because it's so goddamn unexpected. Nice to know you, Conway. Keep your eyes open, especially in the dark. Lots of advice on that front. I'll keep it in mind. I wonder if I carried that lamp with me. I'm not sure if I did. Again, man. Overstating it, I know, but these transitions, they're fantastic. Look at that. If this game has anything going for it other than the story, it's the visual style. Which is saying something, I guess, because the story actually has me very, very interested at this point. So let's head outside. She's gone, which means she was a ghost. Spookies. We'll find our way back. I don't feel too ashamed to admit this, but some of that stuff actually gave me some goosebumps. It was very, very well made. Now we got some music. Conway pats Blue on the side. Conway, there are some horses out there behind the house. I just met the strangest lady. She kinda creeped me out, Blue. But that's not her fault, I guess. Some folks are just like that. So I think we're gonna call it there. I'm not sure how long this video has been going, but it feels probably around 10 to 15 minutes. We're gonna end out on this here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.